Okay, this is where we left off yesterday, guys, with this Birdhouse prototype. Just a roughed-in version. We're going to finish this. I'm not sure about this video, but we're going to finish this quickly. But before we do, in the essence of saving some time for me, I'm going to start carving up this 5x5 1/4-inch steel square tubing, and you'll see why. It'll be badass, and it will fall in line with our birdhouse build. So yesterday we had about 1 inch of rain. We live in the North Country, as the name of the channel goes, Brainerd Baxter, Minnesota Lakes area. And with that inch of rain, we had overnight freezing with already about 1 foot of snow still on the ground. So it's bad out there, guys. It's just, Brainerd Lakes is nothing but an ice cube now. So we're not going anywhere. We're gonna make some markings on this square tubing here, if I can find, here it is. So we're going to measure down 3 inches. Measure across 2.5. Here's our center. And we're going to make some 45-degree angle cuts. We'll be using the cutoff, the Metabo cutoff disc for this. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but that's what we're going to do. Everything's going to be related, you'll see. Heck yeah, buddy. Okay, much like we started this last birdhouse, we're going to start this one also. It's going to be a pair. You'll see. Only this one is going to be made differently. And that is what a Harbor Freight Pittsburgh pipe wrench is for, 36 inches, to bend 1/4 inch steel. Because when you cut this steel, it kind of, it bends on its own because it's pressurized. It's, yeah. When you cut away the support, it kind of pulls a little bit. So you got to straighten that out, which is what I did. So now I'm going to put this on the bandsaw, the big Harbor Freight bandsaw. We're going to cut it. And I'm going to show you how badass this is going to be. It's going to be as badass as our... It's the same project, but you'll see. You'll see. I was going to clean this up yesterday, but I knew I'd be using it again. I knew it. This is what we was working on the last video. This birdhouse here. And I got to thinking, that's why sometimes, and I always say it's best to sleep on things. The only way to get this to hang this up is to put a loop on the top and just hang it. It's pretty heavy. It's more decorative than actual usefulness. I mean, yeah, birds could actually live in this and actually use it, but it would have to be in a shaded environment so that hot sun didn't beat down on this steel, even though it's going to be painted a light color, which would help. I don't know, it just seems to me, and I don't know for sure, that it might get too hot, but like I said, I'm really not sure. But usefulness or decorative could be either. So I was thinking of a way, if you wanted to hang this against a tree or on the side of a building, you really couldn't do it because you'd have to really kind of hang it. Because this lid over, see that lid's in the way to make it lay flush against a surface, like a building or something. So we're gonna make the best of both worlds while we're at it. We're gonna make this useful. We'll make a way to hang this one way or another. I really hadn't thought of it when I started the project because I always run by the seat of my pants. I've just been very successful doing things that way. Putting a plan to paper is the professional way to do it. That's what most people do. I just don't roll that way. It doesn't work for me. I always end up changing it anyway. So, stay tuned. We're gonna make these pretty awesome. We got it cut off. You see the difference? This is the same stuff that we did in the last video. The only difference is we kept the back of it not at a 45-degree angle. So what you'll see, I'm going to cut this, drill a hole in here for the bird to get in and out of, just like we did in the last video. Same as yesterday. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's go clean this up. I'm gonna clean this mess up. I'll be back. guys, we're still duplicating everything we did in the last video with this birdhouse. The only difference is we carved that 5x5 with the Metabo. We carved that one piece into, we now have the exact same thing, except we have a place to hang it now. We'll drill some holes in here and it'll lay flat against a tree or a barn or a surface. And this will be more decorative, I think. I mean, we'll be able to make this functional too. We'll put a hook up here to hang it, but that's pretty heavy. So we're gonna weld this in place here. See that? And we're gonna duplicate the same thing as that with the hinge. The only difference is that we'll now have a place to hang this birdhouse up with. Now I'm going to weld this permanent in place, and in order to keep this from doing any bending or anything, we'll put a couple of tacks down here. You'll see. This will be easy because now we can lay it flat. See that? Whereas before we couldn't. Heck yeah! Makes it kind of easy. So all the settings are the same as yesterday, right? We're going to leave these vent holes in the back here. Yeah, it's going to be a lot better, I think. Strong magnet. Yeah. Let's tack it down, weld it up. Now we can hang it against a post or something. See that? All right, let's get the bottom on it. And for that, we're going to use this expanded metal. That's all we got. So it's what we use. Okay, I went out and I cut this little piece of expanded metal for the bottom of our second birdhouse build. I'm not saying it's the right one, but it's the one we're doing now. So we'll get this put on here, and I'll see you in a few minutes. A little over an hour, this is all it took to build this second one. Here's the first that we did in yesterday's video, and here's the second. Nice clean out. We got the expanded metal, two different types. The perforated metal on this one, see that? an expanded metal on this one. This is bigger openings for more ventilation. And unlike this one in the back here, we have a few ventilation holes here and here, which we're not going to close up, obviously. We won't be able to open it if we did. Nice big clean out on both of them. See that? You know, you could, in theory, drill a hole right here and mount it to just about anything, I guess. You just have to come out a little longer. But we're not going to do that. We created a solution for a minor problem. And we can hang it. Let's drill some holes. Now we have a place to hang it, a way to hang it. I'll probably take a cutoff disc and cut these at 45-degree angles. But for right now, we're caught up. We're caught up where we left off yesterday. Here is the eye bolt that we're going to use. We're going to weld that on the top of it. We've got to get this cut to a 45-degree angle. Or thereabouts. Yeah, that'll work. Love it. That should foot the bill. We're a long ways from being done, but there's two different styles right off the top of my head. I just took a grinder and smoothed out some of the top welds just to make it a little more flush, to make it kind of that finished look. We need to cut off the corners of this mounting plate. We're going to put some trim around the bottom and maybe up the sides. That's also going to be in diamond plate. We're going to put some welcome signs or maybe some names or something up here above the birdhouse hole. Yeah, buddy. Or put the little perch there. You'll see. These are both going to dress up really nice. And we have one hanging. Whoa! Yeah. As long as this isn't 190 pounds, this will hold it. Yep. So we want to hang that somewhere where the wind doesn't blow too hard, right? Otherwise that thing will swing out, come back and clobber someone in the head. That's lights out. So we were only out here for a couple hours today because it's a mess outside. I got a lot going on right now as far as playing with my tools goes. These kind of tools. So we'll see you on the next one. We'll get back to work on these birdhouses. God bless. You see how this one will sit right against the wall now? Right against a building, on a garage, fence post. Yeah, that's the idea of it.